am king, I am king, I am king, I am king.
We can settle this like you got some class, so we can get into some gangster shit.
Hey, subscribe to the channel. This is King. I don't know, I want you to keep an open mind with this one, but I got white friends, and I'm gonna tell you something right now. Ain't none of them, treat me as less of anything of any race. So if you got some, white friends, anything like that, if you don't, okay. But if you do, and they come up and they say anything about black first, like hey, it's my black friend, then you need to move around, man. That's not that's where you went off at. The stereotype, the image, he's a good black guy. Let's give me a little preview of what you're about to listen to. So subscribe to the channel. It's King.
All of the black people I've ever met or are friends with are just like me. They're good, hard-working people. I don't even consider them black. Because the image, the stereotype, right, is that they're not good, hard-working people. That stereotype is nationwide. It is systemic. It's the byproduct of living in a country that, through law, through tradition, through force, kept them down. Did everything it could to keep them down. And if you're going to subject a group of people to that, well, you have to cast them as lesser. Otherwise, people wouldn't tolerate it. So that image exists. It's a holdover. It's the after effects of a very long history in this country of institutionalizing it. That's systemic racism. The fact that your image of black people is completely different than what you've actually experienced is because all around you, you're told, society paints it as if they aren't good, hard-working people just like you. You wanted evidence, it's in your message. Now I got a challenge for you. You say you live on 450 acres. First, I would love to live on 450 acres. We aren't quite the same, I don't think. But if you live on 450 acres, you run a tractor, I'm willing to bet you are a person who trusts your own observations when it comes to whether or not it's going to rain, when it comes to what needs to go into the soil. Trust them here. Trust them here. Your observations say that black people are good, hard-working people, just like you. Every one of them you've ever met. Trust that. And acknowledge that the stereotype is manufactured. It's a holdover. It exists because in order to enact the institutionally racist policies of yesteryear, it had to exist. They had to make white people feel comfortable with keeping black people down. And this was the narrative that was manufactured. The reason you sit there and you say that the good, hard-working people that you know, that you don't even view them as black, is because you don't want to attribute a negative attribute to them. Because you're still in that mindset of viewing it through the stereotype. You know those stereotypes aren't right. I'm willing to bet you really didn't marry your cousin and you can read, right? I mean, you wrote me a message, but that's the stereotype about rural white folk. You know they're wrong. The difference is this is something that is pervasive. It's all over society. And if you think it's uncomfortable acknowledging this and acknowledging that you've thought this, imagine how uncomfortable it is acknowledging that this is how society viewed it.